Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and welcome to episode 213 of my Minecraft Xbox Update Adventures Let's Play. A Let's Play where I play through the various updates of Minecraft on the Xbox. We build stuff, we kill stuff, we destroy stuff, it's a fun time. And in this episode we have three main goals. First of all, we're going to be killing some creepers. It's a rainy night, and I figured it never rains in my Let's Play because I hate rain so much. Let's have at least a minute of one episode, or at least like a couple minutes, so you can see, rain's not a great thing, and if you ever see rain, why you should avoid it all the time. Because, it's got this kind of loud pitter-patter noise, you can see the sprites, and it's just not fun for anyone involved. But, yeah, as well as that, I figured we also need some creepers, because the weird thing about most mobs is you can actually make a farm for most mobs just using a spawner, but of course, if you don't know, there is no creeper spawner, so if you want to, because obviously, they just blow up the spawner, so there wouldn't be a creeper spawner much longer if there was a creeper spawner, so yeah, I figure, let's go out all night, let's just kill ourselves some creepers, let's see if we can get anything else happening, and yeah, I figured that'd be a fun time, so let's, oh wow, one hit kill there, apparently. And, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in this little episode here. So, that zombie has a shovel. A lot of people in the last episode did tell me zombies will pick up torches, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure that one must have spawned with one, because I didn't drop any torches on the ground. Like, it's not something I regularly go out of my way to do. I'm actually taking quite a bit of damage here. Let's go somewhere in safety. So yeah, that's just kind of what happened there, and I think that's enough creeper killing tonight. You see I got like 12 gunpowder from like 3 or 4 creepers right there. It's just kind of proving that gunpowder is quite easy to get if you have a looting sword. Like, without a looting sword, it's painful. Oh jeez, do you see that creeper just hidden down there? Oh, okay, he does see me. Okay, let's make sure we knock him away, and let's make sure we knock him away even more. Also, I almost, left the, broken torch on the ground there, and I realized, people will probably mock me for that if I do. So let's knock that creeper away. I don't know why creepers are spawning so close to the cactus farm. I think it must be because there's... Oh, wow. Never mind. Let's kill you two. It must be because it's so green, and they think they blend in, maybe? Let's just hope it's that. So, yeah, now we're going to have lots of cactus on us. Yeah, over a stack of cactus, because we do have a cactus farm here, which we might actually work on later. But for now, it's getting quite close to daytime. I hate me some rain, so I'm going to go and... What's hitting me so much? Like that, I was taking so much damage from so many skeletons. That's the downside of the desert, although it is, kind of cool a lot of the time. Sometimes you just get attacked by everything all the time. So, it's nice to get creeper dust, and it's nice to see the rain every now and then, but that's enough for rain. It's not great. Pro tip for life, if it's ever raining, the moment you see nighttime come, you go to sleep, because that fixes rain. So there's a small pro tip for the 0.1% of you that didn't know how to get rid of rain. So, with that said, let's talk about some other stuff. So, basically, a lot of people tell me to tell, personal stories and whatnot with this series, because, I do the personal stories series on my channel every now and then, but that's, once every few weeks or so. And the only reason I don't always tell them is because I don't know what's story-worthy and what's not, because if you think, let's pick a random day this week, let's say this Wednesday, will you remember last Wednesday, everything you did in, 2 weeks' time? Is it that story-worthy? Probably not. I mean, Wednesday's a good day and all, but it wasn't a particularly amazing day. And I worry that's what, a lot of my stories will be like. They're fun enough for the day, but otherwise not. But I think the story I'm about to tell is actually not very much that, because basically, we went out for a night in, it's Leicester. If you're from the UK, this still probably won't make sense, but if you're not, then you'll be like, just one of those old British places. But, basically, I went to a place called Leicester for an evening. And, the bar in particular, this was just one of the many places, but there was a place called the Mars Bar, and when I first heard it, I was like, that's the worst name for a place. Yeah, I get it, you're a bar, the Mars Bar, it's a really awful pun, but, over the course of the night, it grew on me, and I don't know if that's, a really clever name, because, it's, you're in a bar, and it's the Mars Bar, or if, I don't know if I hate it or not, just because, that shouldn't be such a big conflict in my head, but it is. I don't know if, oh, there's a sheep up there. I don't know if I hate it, I don't know if I like it, but we need to go up there for some coal, so let's make that happen. So yeah, that was just the first thing, and then, after we finished there, I learned a valuable lesson for life here. If you ask a fast food employee, if you ask them polite enough, you can basically ask for anything, regardless of whether it's on the menu. So, for instance, I went to Burger King. They were one of the few places open when I felt like a burger. I think I want chicken, actually, but that's besides the point. I went in there, and I tried to get something, and I was like, so, the Whopper, right? And they're like, yeah, we sell a Whopper. How about a triple Whopper? And they said, sir, we don't sell a triple Whopper. So I said, okay, how about if you just, you put 2 Whoppers and then a third Whopper? They're like, sir. And I'm like, okay, so then we just charge me a double whopper, I'll buy some extra drinks, and like, you negotiate hard enough, and I've got myself something that shouldn't exist, a triple whopper. And for the record, I think there's a reason they don't make a triple whopper. Like, I've learned this the hard way. There's the meat to bun ratio, the meat to like anything else ratio is very appallingly off. So that's, there we go, that's where we need to go. That's kind of my story there. So, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I want to hollow out that mountain. That's kind of one of my big projects for this episode, but I need to get some torches, I realized. So we need to find a bit of this mountain that we can dig down on. Okay, just over here. And then we can get ourselves some coal, because I've already mined out all the easy-to-get coal. So it's kind of a little bit of a challenge every time we want coal, but that's half the battle, isn't it? But yeah, so, we are going to hollow out a mountain. That is one of my objectives for today. Like, oh jeez, this is hurting quite a bit. But because I figured, you know, I mentioned, like I said, I mentioned it a while ago, and people were like, yeah, do that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hollow out this mountain, and I'm going to use it as like a pathway at first, because if I have this big path that I run around the world with, it's kind of handy. I figure, why not go through a mountain? Because going over a mountain, it's going to involve a lot of running, it's going to involve a lot of effort. Going through a mountain, it's perfectly level and therefore perfect in every way. So, yeah, for some reason, nowhere else in my world do I get this, but there's just a pig and a sheep that have spawned here. Like, no animals naturally spawn. I haven't seen a horse. I haven't ever seen a horse in this world, but pigs will spawn on a mountainside where there is I could have just gone up there. Whatever. Let's pretend that wasn't there then. Yeah, it's really strange. I won't ever find horses, but I'll find all that stuff. So, yeah, then I got a triple whopper, and then this is something by the way, I pieced together my night from the tweets I made, but, like, this is something I didn't actually realize happened in real life. Like, I fell asleep on a train, and then just woke up at the end of the line, and, like, I was so sure that was just a thing that happened in movies, but now it's happened in my real life, so I don't know whether to believe it or not. Maybe it's just the movie, you know, maybe it's just Hollywood keeping an eye on my life. Oh no, it's definitely it real happened. So yeah, if you're ever on a train and you're really sleepy, like, set an alarm. The funny thing is I actually set myself an alarm because I was like, I don't want to fall asleep on this train, and I know I'm going to. And, you know, then I woke up a little bit before my stop, and I was like, you know, I don't want this alarm to go off. I'm going to turn that off. And yeah, that's how I ended up somewhere very far away from my house. So if you're ever in the situation, like I said, just make sure that you don't turn off your alarm. That's probably a bad idea. So yeah, this is the mountain we're going to be hollowing out. At first, we'll just do our pathway through it, so we can get easily in one side and out the other, and then we'll slowly expand it. And then it will slowly become a hollowed out mountain. It'll probably take a while. It's not going to be like a next week thing, but I think it's going to be a fun project. It's got a lot of potential, I think. So let's move the melons and the torches, so we can do our clever little technique here. I know this is a very commonly known technique. It's just one of my favorite things in Minecraft because it's so satisfying just to see like all of the all of the gravel fall on top of your torch. That's why I mention it so much, because if you haven't experienced this satisfaction, if you haven't placed the torch down, then had some gravel fall on it, then I think you're missing out on a little bit of life. So, yeah, that was the like bit of story I wanted to tell. I went somewhere. Someone was called a Mars bar. I was not impressed. Then I was impressed. I got a triple whopper, which isn't a thing besides in my mouth. I bet there's like something weird like that. I bet like maybe 1,000 burgers in history have been triple whoppers. It's like it took some convincing. They don't normally sell, or maybe like enough people ask. Like, a pro tip though, if you like the sound of the triple whopper, if I've been saying that and you've been like, oh, that sounds really good. Yeah, like I said, it's not great, but there is still something cool about having a burger that doesn't exist. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe it is just an entirely ToyCat exclusive thought. But either way, let's keep mining through this thing here. This is a really big mountain. Like, I have no idea, like, this is just one layer through the mountain. And I have no idea how I'm holding this thing out. But let's just, let's get a real idea of how long this is. We can mine forever. We have an infinite amount of pickaxe. Actually, it's, I think I worked out, this has roughly 6,000, like, oh, look at that cobblestone. It's just, what is happening to you, cobblestone? Okay, then I'll leave you be, cobblestone. You keep doing your thing. Yeah, that's the strangest bit of cobblestone ever. Is my inventory full? It is, okay. That makes sense then. You can keep doing that then. So, let's keep mining forwards. Let's see if we finally get an end in sight. Oh, is this going to be the end? Is this going to be the end? Yeah, okay, the end's going to be somewhere around here. By the end, I mean, like, the end of this tunnel. I think if we go... Yep, there we go. And boom, that is where the tunnel ends out. So, just to give you an idea from the outside, we go all the way from the desert biome that you can see down there, all the way up to here. That's a big tunnel now that I think about it. But, you know, it's a tunnel nonetheless. A lot of this is unnecessary as well. But like I said, we're just going to keep on powering through, pretending that's not the case. And also we're going to use it as a cool source of gravel, because in this, although I have lots of gravel on the other side of the world, on this side of the world, gravel's kind of like a resource I need, because my pathway's made out of gravel. The one time I've ever used gravel, by the way, like for this pathway. But, okay, let's quickly switch this. There we go. Yeah, boom. But yeah, so like, I need this gravel, so I'm just going to take as much as it will give me. And I think we're going to run out of space soon. Also, yeah, I've got this, there's this thing about gravel in the world, is it doesn't exist forever. So even though there's millions of different bits of gravel in your world, like, eventually, you'll turn all of it into flint. Like, if you play Minecraft for, let's make up a time here, like, 1,000 years. But I know this isn't a realistic issue, but by then that 1,000 years, because you're bound to use gravel so much, there will just be none left, and it becomes the rarest item. And you can't even place down your gravel, because if you then place it back up, you know, it turns into gravel. It turns into flint. And there's something scary about that to me, right? Like, because there's no proper way to get gravel, because it's so abundant, no one wants it, even though it's only abundant in some ways. I don't know, I thought that quite cool, personally. You gotta think, like, in 1,000 years, like, sorry, even 100 years, if, you know, you're still playing your... You know, let's make it even better. Like, in 20 years, if you're still playing Minecraft on your Xbox 360... people will be like, oh, so yeah, why is the world so limited? And you'll say, it's only got 512 megabytes of RAM, and then their jaw will drop. Like, so how do you even, like, put an image on there? Because, yeah, like, that's, like, I don't know, even now, like, if you said, like, someone had 512 megabytes of RAM in their computer, they'd be like, nah, you're kidding, right? But it's real, it's real. I just thought that was something fun to mention. But moving on about other video game stuff, as we slowly dig through this tunnel and get ourselves a very copious amount of cobblestone, which we can pick up here, by the way. Actually, let's grab and send flint. But yeah, as we talk about this stuff, what I wanted, or as we do this stuff, what I wanted to mention is a couple of gaming-based things. First of all, like microtransactions. If you don't know, they're like small transactions in games to buy stuff. Like, you know, let's make up stuff like skin packs in Minecraft, or you know, like if you want to buy some gold in a mobile game. Stuff like that, you know, microtransactions are everywhere in games. But if you think about it, they're kind of like in real life too. Like, for instance, if you pick a certain hairstyle, if you know, obviously don't go cut it again soon enough, you'll grow out of the hairstyle. Meaning that it's kind of like, you know, a subscription fee in real life that you pay your barber to keep your hairstyle. And if you don't pay that barber, then your hairstyle runs out. And isn't that crazy? Maybe it's just me that finds that crazy. But to me, that's like, oh, but maybe it is just me. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump some cobblestone in this chest up here, just so we can go get some more. I mean, there's no point in letting it go to waste. We need to put this cactus inside a chest, and we'll just place this single bit of sand inside this chest. You know what, let's place a stack too. I don't know where all that sand even came from. And in fact, let's go... Oh, okay, what we can do now. We can finally patch this up. Like, this is... Oh, yeah, that's nice. It's always been, like, a big gap here, and it's just because I never have gravel when I'm here. Because, like I mentioned, who keeps gravel anywhere? Like, gravel's gravel. No one uses gravel. Or maybe that's just me. I think I have an irrational hatred for gravel. Maybe I don't know why. I don't even know why. But yeah, let's head back to the house. So... the first thing I want to mention is, like, if you buy a haircut, it's kind of like a subscription fee thing. Like, you have to pay a monthly fee if you want a haircut. Isn't that, like, kind of crazy? I'm not a fan of monthly fees, by the way. Second thing is, if you don't know, for April Fool's Day, like a couple years ago, Razer did this video where, like, basically the idea is it's a drone, so, like, you know, a remote control drone that flies up and down, etc. Except you control it with a controller, and it has cameras attached to it. Then you put like a headset on, and you can see those two cameras, so you can basically experience your life in third person. And I thought, isn't that an incredible idea? Like, besides the fact that, you know, you have to have a drone following you, which does kind of, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff you can't do when people know you're in third person. Like, I know, you're probably not allowed to drive that way. You're probably not allowed to have a gun in your hands. If you try to, you know, approach a woman or something, they're probably going to look at you being like, you know what, I'm concerned by the fact that you're playing your life in third person there, sir. And, you know, there's also a lot of stuff you miss in first person. But from just a gaming standpoint, just like, from just isn't that cool thing? Isn't that incredibly cool? Like, just the idea of that? Because you can do that right now, and it would work just fine. Like, even though it was a joke, it's technically possible. You can live your life in third person. And I thought, is that really a moment forward for life or a moment back? Like, it's really hard to tell, right? Because it's kind of both. It's kind of both. But yeah, so let's grab all this gravel here. I mean, we've got plenty of torches, apparently. Let's just keep spamming down these torches until we get all the gravel in the world. Because, yeah, like I said, like gravel, I have just such an irrational hatred for it. And maybe one day, like maybe in like 1.9 for PC, they'll bring in a feature where it's like gravel is now used as a crafting recipe for the obsidian pickaxe or something. Like, if I just wish there was some use for gravel. I wish that you could pick up gravel and it'd be a nice surprise rather than it falls down. I just don't like it. But maybe I'm reaching for the sky and I'm going to fall into the sun or something. I think there's a phrase that goes something like that. But yeah, let's keep mining through here. As you can see, we made a pretty good tunnel this episode. This is just the start of something bigger, if we do something bigger. But even if we don't ever expand this too much, it's still really cool to just have a tunnel going through here. Because, you know, I'm trying to have a transport thing going around my world, so I figure might as well connect up the snow biome to everything else. Because right now, like, having to travel over, like, non-roads, it's kind of annoying for me. Like, let me show you what I mean by we'll walk out of this place. So yeah, if I run over here, and I run out of this place, and I want to run to the snow biome. I won't run all the way there, of course, but like if you just look at like the amount of going up and down, over water, over hills, under stuff, it's just kind of annoying, and I'll even show you on the way back. And yeah, that's something I'm hopefully fixing here. Oh, next thing I've got going on is I'm going to connect that sky rail up to that village, because that NPC village has potential. I'm going to fix it up, and I'm going to make it so it has potential. All I need to do is to get a zombie NPC villager there, and then to fix him with a potion of weakness and a golden apple. Golden apples cost so much now, which makes me cautious, but I think it might be worth it in the long run if we can get some cool trades. Like, what if, for instance, we can get a librarian that will trade us name tags? That'd be cool. I'd love to have a Pixel the cat have a big pixel thing above her. That'd be cool. Speaking of which, I don't know where that cat's been recently. I think I might have lost a cat. That's probably a problem. We can just have Pixel 2. We'll name it Pixel 2. Or, so what's bigger than a pixel? Most things are bigger than a pixel, actually. Like, a pixel has no real size, especially not on a small device. But, yeah, so, let's quickly, using the last few minutes we have here, I want to work a little bit on the cactus farm, because we do have a pointless amount of cactus on us, and I wanted to just kind of, I don't know, just show you the process behind it, because, you know, having a nice cactus farm is nice, and having a nice cactus farm is nice. I just figured maybe there's something to be learned here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some sandstone, which we actually went and put in a chest a second ago. We're going to grab the sandstone, we're going to grab some cobblestone, we're going to use this cacti, and we're going to make that farm grow bigger, because, honestly, like, we have so much cactus, and we still only get, like, one every few seconds. I like to have such a big cactus farm that, like, it's just like, boom, 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 and, like, you get, like, a stack of cactus a second or something. I know that's unrealistic and almost impossible, but if you reach with your heart, I mean, if you think with your heart, and you really believe in yourself, anything is possible, except, I guess, going to the moon, like, just, you know, you can't ever jump to the moon, no matter how hard you breathe in your heart, but, you know, you can't even, also, you can't breathe in space, I guess, but, you know, so small stuff, like, you can go to the grocery store, you can play video games, that's all possible if you believe in yourself, so, hopefully that was a motivational speech. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to place sandstone across here. We do, like, actually, I think what's a better idea is just to go along here. So we'll go this way, that way we can get the sandstone back. And this is kind of what we have going. So the best way to have a cactus farm is just have loads of these. So like sandstone or just whatever stone you want. You need to use cobblestone if you really wanted to. I'm just using sandstone because it's prettier. And it fits in better in my opinion. Have like sand. Oh jeez. This pickaxe mines too fast, especially for sandstone for some reason. Like, I had no idea sandstone was so easy to break, but it just insta-breaks, like, literally instantly. But, yeah, so, sand, and then you want to put yourself some sand on top of that. Then, with that sand on top of there, you then want to put a cactus on. And the base idea here is that, obviously, as soon as the cactus grows anywhere, it'll instantly chop off the top bit of it, and it will fly down into the water will fly into one place, and that's how I get my cactus. So, in case you're wondering how I got a stack earlier, it's a pretty simple mechanism. There's no real reason to ever want to do this, because, oh jeez, shouldn't have done that. Oh, apparently it's alright, but the main kind of reason you ever want cactus is to make, you know, cactus greens, but even then, even in that one specific situation, it's still kind of a, I guess so thing. So what I might do is I'm gonna probably, at some point, like, this is one of those ambitious things for the future. I kind of want to have it go all the way to the sky, because Although a lot of cactus is wasted, the more cacti you have, of course, the more fall down into here, and the better that is. So I figure that can't be anything but good, right? So yeah, we're slowly collecting cacti. We have a lot of them with us. And there's going to be some use to them eventually, I swear. I'm going to come up with a use for cacti, it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to have a yacht, by the way I call them yacht. Then I'm going to have a yacht or a yacht, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's going to be a fun time. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, my Minecraft Xbox Update Adventures Let's Play. If you did, please do like it, let me know. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I do videos like this every single day. With that said, yes, I do call it a yacht, because if you own a yacht, if you do own a yacht, then you can call it whatever you want, and people are going to, agree with you, because they're on your yacht. So hopefully I didn't annoy anyone too much with my pronunciation. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.